Hey guys, my name is Amanda. Welcome to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here today. If you are new to my channel and you like what you see, please don't forget to subscribe. If you do subscribe, hit that bell button so you're notified every single time that I upload. Also, giving me a big thumbs up really helps me out here on YouTube. Thank you so much. Let's jump right into the DIYs today. Okay, for our first idea today, I am going to show you how I made this gorgeous wood round candy cane lane sign. I love how it came out and it was very easy and affordable to create. I grabbed a wood round. You can grab these from Dollar Tree, but I have found that if you purchase them 50% off at Hobby Lobby, they are about the same price if you break down the package size. So now I'm going to grab a gift bag from Dollar Tree and trace my wood round on to it. Also, I will add that the wood rounds that you can get for about the same price if you average out, since it's a package, they're larger than the Dollar Tree ones. So just throwing that out there as well. But I'm going to take this Dollar Tree gift bag once it is cut to size and the top is trimmed off. I am going to use a glue stick to attach it to my wood round. I am then going to take a piece of sandpaper and go all around the edge so I have a nice clean edge. Now it's time to create a bow. As we do have quite a space at the top, we're going to cover that up. So I'm going to create what I call one of my expos by folding it over twice, and then I decide to just add one more loop to either side, so we have 3 loops on either side. I'm going to take a piece of twine and tie it tightly in the middle. The tighter that you tie your bow in the middle, the more you can fluff it out, and in my opinion, the more it is fluffed, the better it looks. So once that is done, I'm going to trim off the excess. Once that's done, then we're going to go ahead and fluff this out. I love using wire ribbon because you can get a better fluff on it. I am then going to create the exact same bow but with only 2 loops with another ribbon. This ribbon was from Dollar General last year for $1, I believe, and I'm just going to layer that on top of my other bow with a piece of twine. I'm going to use hot glue to attach that to one of the sides at the top of my sign, and then we still have a space at the top. That's okay because we're going to use some greenery and berries to fill that in. So I had these little candle rings from Dollar Tree, and I'm just cutting the greenery and berries off of those. But Dollar Tree does have all kinds of different picks and berry picks that you could use. This just works out well for me because the pieces are the right size. So I'm just adding in the amount that I like on either side, and then adding a little berry cluster to the middle of my bow as well. And this was so easy to create. I had a little jute twine hanger on the back, and here is what this looks like. And we also still have the other side of that bag to DIY with. So very affordable, very easy and fun. Please let me know what you think about this one down in the comments. Okay, here is another idea that is also easy and quite fun. Let's make a gingerbread garland. This is for my kitchen, but due to our extremely gloomy weather, I had to display it outside. But I'm using these gingerbread that I got 50% off at Hobby Lobby. There's 12 to a pack. I'm just spreading them out. They do have a glitter outline on one side, so I am using the back, and I am using some spray glue. But I know Dollar Tree does carry spray glue if you're lucky enough to find it. I'm now taking an iridescent glitter from my stash and just sprinkling it all over these gingerbread men. Once I get them coated to my liking, I'm then going to add another layer of the spray glue to seal them in. And again, these gingerbread are from Hobby Lobby. They were $2.99 with 50% off, so about a Dollar Tree price, and they're a perfect size. Now I'm just going to take some fabric from Dollar Tree, cut it into little strips, and wrap it around each gingerbread's neck, tying it into a scarf. I love how this looks, but it's very customizable. You can use any fabric that you like, and if you need to use tiny dabs of hot glue to tack your scarf down, that works well. Then I'm going to take some little pieces of greenery and berries, and I'm going to put a little piece of greenery and a berry on each gingerbread man where the scarf meets at the top. And I just think that this is so cute. I just used little pieces of tape to attach them to each other and to the side of my house actually here, so I could display this garland, but I will also be using little pieces of tape to display this garland in my kitchen, and that way I can take it apart for storage. This is very customizable, very easy, and fun to make. So I've had some people ask for a bow tutorial. Here it is. I note this is for a Christmas bow, but you could use any ribbon you like. Okay guys, now I'm going to show you how I created this bow. So I began with this beautiful striped ribbon that I had in my stash, and like I said, I believe it came from Michael's After Christmas, but you can find striped ribbon pretty much anywhere. So what I'm going to do is fold it over like I showed so that I have one loop on either side. I'll then make a kind of crisscross and fold it under till I have two loops on either side. So when I'm doing a smaller bow, I usually do two loops on either side, but for my bigger bows, I like to do three loops on either side. So I will do that, and I will then cut off the excess. So for this bow, we're going to want tails in this pattern. So I'll just make sure I have another long piece that I can fold in half to be my tails. I'll set that all aside, and since I want to stack this bow, I'm going to go ahead and grab another ribbon, and this ribbon that I just grabbed, I believe is from Dollar General. They have beautiful ribbons as well. So does the Dollar Tree. I'm going to do the same process with making that loop and then kind of crisscrossing over and making another loop. And for this bow, I'm going to do three on either side as well. And then I will put it together with my candy cane ribbon, and I will be tying it all at the same time. So I'm going to stack them on top of each other. I'm going to tuck in that little tail piece, and then I am going to tie this all together very tightly, and then my favorite part can begin, and that is the fluffing of the bow. So here I am just making sure everything is laying nicely. We're attaching everything together, and I am actually going to be using a pipe cleaner, but you could use a zip tie or a piece of twine, whatever you prefer. I'm actually just going to wrap the pipe cleaner around, and then I'm going to twist it, flip the bow around, twist it in the back to make sure that it is nice and secure, and then I am going to just cut off that excess of zip tie there. Once that is done, then I have a beautiful bow, and all I need to do is fluff my bow out. So I'm going to just pull the loops apart to make sure that my bow is laying nicely. And once I get everything positioned exactly the way that I want it, I am going to dovetail my tails upward by just folding them over and cutting a little triangle upward, and that actually gives me a really pretty boutique finish. So I created several of these bows for my beautiful garland. Here's what it looks like. This was last year. I loved how it came out, and I'll probably be doing something very similar this year. But I had so much fun creating each one and making each one unique and just a little bit different. Bows can be really fun to make. Now let's make a lollipop. I'm going to use these foam rounds that come two to a pack from Dollar Tree, and some Dollar Tree pom-pom garland. This comes in red, white, and green, and I'm going to lay the red down, glue it, and just start swirling it around carefully using dabs of hot glue to attach, and I'm going to continue this until it covers my entire foam round using hot glue. Please be careful of your fingers. Dollar Tree does sell finger protectors and silicone spatulas. Once I get to the end, I'll glue it down, trim it off, and then I will fill in the space between each part of red pom-pom garland with my white pom-pom garland using the same swirling method and my hot glue. This is so easy and customizable. Dollar Tree also sells a green pom-pom garland if you wanted to use that. These are very, very easy to create. I would love to make a whole bunch more, but I just had one of these little styrofoam rounds, so I just tried out one to see how it would look. Then I'm going to put a piece of the white around the edge just to give it a nice, clean, and finished edge. Then I take a dowel rod. I use hot glue to glue it to the back and cover that with a piece of fabric. I am then going to take another piece of that Dollar Tree fabric and wrap it around my dowel rod just to give me a creative stick. You could also use ribbon to swirl around that stick, or you could paint it, whatever you like. You could tie a bow on there, but I kind of liked how this looked once I got the fabric on, so I did not tie a bow on it. But again, totally customizable and very inexpensive since you get multiple dowel rods in each pack, lots of fabric in each little square of fabric, and tons of little pom-poms on the garland. So please let me know what you think about this lollipop. Now let's get into another idea that kind of goes with our lollipop. Let's make some little candies. Here is part of that same piece of ribbon, and I am just going to be cutting it down into smaller pieces. Now Dollar Tree sells the foam balls in several different sizes, but I am going to be using the smallest size, which comes 6 to a pack, and I am just going to put that in the middle of a piece of fabric, tack it down with a tiny bit of hot glue, wrap the other side around. Once it looks like this, I am going to take a couple of pieces of twine and tie tightly on either side so it forms my little candy piece. Once that is done, I will trim off the excess twine, and I'm just using little pom-poms off that pom-pom garland to put on either side to cover up the little knot on my twine and just give it a cute and finished look. You could make a whole bunch of these very inexpensively. You can make an adorable little garland using these. Bargain Bethany made some larger ones with larger foam balls. So there's all kinds of different ideas and ways to use these. You could fill a candy dish with them or even pop them in your tree. But here's what it looks like. And again, here's the garland that we're using. We're just cutting off little pom-poms and gluing them down. So here is what these look like, just kind of displayed around my little lollipop that I made. And I hope you like those candy ideas. And now I'm going to share with you this double candy cane wreath, so gorgeous and fun to make. You'll need to grab 2 wreath forms from Dollar Tree. If you cannot find them, Hobby Lobby carries them as well, and a ribbon of your choice. Sometimes it is more economical if you're going to be using a large amount of ribbon to purchase it from Hobby Lobby at 50% off, which is what I did here. And I'm going to be wrapping this candy cane stripe ribbon around both of my candy canes. For one of my candy cane wreaths, the back side is actually going to be my front side. So I just keep that in mind when wrapping to make sure that the side that is going to be showing is the pretty side. So if that makes sense. So now I'm just wrapping and wrapping all around until my wreaths are nicely covered. So that is what that one looks like. And then here's the one where the back side is the front side. I'm going to lay that down and place the other one on top of it. I will attach them with a generous amount of hot glue in the middle there where they meet, and then I will take some twine and wrap that around several times, tying it tightly to make sure that these are secure. Once I'm satisfied that they are secure, I'll just trim off the excess after I make my triple knot there, and then I will go ahead and begin on my bow. So for this particular bow, I'm using this beautiful Merry Christmas ribbon from Dollar General last year. I believe it was $2. I form my expo, which is 2 loops on either side. I then form another one with that candy cane ribbon I have been using. I stack them together and tie them tightly with a piece of twine. Once they are tied, I trim off any excess twine and fluff my bow. I am then going to create tails by just grabbing 2 extra pieces of this ribbon, tying them in the middle with twine and dovetailing the ends. I will attach my tails first with a little bit of hot glue right on top of where that twine that attaches my candy canes is, and then I will add my beautiful bow on top of that using hot glue and holding it down until it is firmly adhered. Then I'm going to take a little bunch of ornaments that I had made with 3 Dollar Tree ornaments and a little bit of floral wire, just stringing them together, and I'm going to hot glue that to the middle of my bow. I then decide to add in one more of these ornaments, and I just use some hot glue to attach that and hold it until it is attached. Then I decide to cut off some squares of the Santa ribbon and just glue a square with a Santa head on it around each end of this wreath form, just to give a little more detail and just make it look a little bit fancier. So I do that in all 4 of the ends of the candy canes, and here is what it looks like. I think it is so pretty, and it's very customizable with any ribbons and any embellishments that you would like to use. It makes a very nice sized DIY for a door hanger or anywhere you would like to hang it. For this next one, I'm going to share how I made this gingerbread wreath. I actually made this last year, but it fits in with our theme, and I think it is so cute. I wanted to go ahead and share it. I made it for a little neighbor girl that is a good friend of mine last year, and I began with a Dollar Tree wreath form, one of those floral foam wreath forms, and some ribbon. This particular ribbon was from Dollar General. I believe it was only $1, and it has little pictures of candies on it. So I glue it down and began wrapping, and I wrap until my entire wreath form is covered. I am then going to take these 2 little gingerbread people that I purchased at Hobby Lobby, 50% off, very inexpensively. They're little tiny stuffies. I just thought they were so cute. I'm going to glue them down to the bottom of my wreath using hot glue, and then I had a few ornaments in my stash that I thought matched in perfectly that I'm going to tuck around that wreath form, around and on either side of my little gingerbread people. I also had some plain red ornaments that I think I had gotten from Dollar Tree. I was just using items from my stash, so I'm just adding hot glue and holding it down until everything is adhered. I had some little gingerbread shapes from Hobby Lobby that were 50% off. I added a little bit of that on there, and then I just go ahead and take a piece of ribbon, add that to the back of my wreath just to add a little bit more coverage back there and make sure nothing scratches the door or a wall. Took these beautiful frosted greenery with berries that I purchased at Hobby Lobby, 50% off, and I tucked a sprig on either side of my little gingerbread cluster there. I added in a couple more berries here and there, just kind of filled this out. I think I made it really adorable, and my little friend Zoe was super thrilled with it. So I just thought this was a fun share. I would love to make something like this again on a larger scale. Then I had this ribbon in my stash. It's like a gingham print, but it had a glitter on it. It was so pretty, and I honestly don't remember where I purchased it, but I'm sure Hobby Lobby has something similar. I formed a small bow and tied it in the middle with twine, cut out the excess, and spread my bow out. I then attached the bow toward the top, but on an angle at the side, using hot glue, and held it down until it was firmly attached. Once it was attached, I used another one of those little miniature gingerbread shapes from Hobby Lobby to put in the middle. I took a piece of red and white yarn that I had and just tied a hanger at the top, and here is what this looks like for a fun, easy wreath idea. I hope that you like this. It's very customizable. You could use little stuffies from Dollar Tree if you find some. Dollar Tree sometimes does carry little stuffies, and I think that would be really sweet. Okay, let's jump right into another idea. Very simple, very easy. So I just had this tree wreath form from Dollar Tree, and I had this red and white tinsel garland from Dollar General last year. I believe that this was $1, and so this I'm actually making this for this video, but this garland was from last year. So I'm just going to glue it down on this tree form, and I'm going to wrap it all the way to the top until my tree is covered. It took one garland, and then I'm just creating a little expo for the top top and tying it in the middle. You guys, I do apologize if my voice sounds a little raspy today. One of my sons is home sick with a kind of upper respiratory thing, and I think I may be getting it as well. So please forgive me if I sound a little rough. I then attached some little tails at the top and a little pom-pom, and this is a super quick, easy, and customizable tree. Okay, here's our next idea. Now this was from last year as well, but again, something so cute and fit right in with our theme, I just had to share it. So I took another one of those little candy cane wreath forms and some beautiful candy print ribbon, and this particular ribbon I believe I purchased at Dollar General, and I covered my entire wreath form in it by just wrapping it all the way around and gluing down. I took another one of these Hobby Lobby picks that you can find 50% off. It has beautiful little leaves that are kind of almost look like they're sugared with glitter, and they're so pretty. They have a few berries on them as well. So I'm going to lay some leaves down, and then I'm just going to take this candy piece. It came off a candy pick from Hobby Lobby, as well as this other larger candy piece that I'm attaching. And I love Hobby Lobby because around this time of year, this 50% off, and most of the time you can pretty much achieve Dollar Tree prices if you break down the cost of the multiple items in a package. So I also attached this gingerbread man that was on this same pick, and then here's what you have: a quick, easy, a sweet DIY. I really hope that you guys enjoy these DIYs today. Please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Take care, and I will see you very soon. Time for a last minute look at our DIYs today. Our gingerbread garland, our quick and easy little tinsel tree, as well as our candy cane lane wood round, and our little sweet candy cane candies, our lollipop, and our double candy cane wreath, and of course our little gingerbread wreath. I really hope you enjoy these DIYs. I hope to see you soon. Please stay safe, friends.
Subscribe to my mom's channel, and thank you for watching today's craft, and stay safe.